I think they're having a little break with us. Like, you know what? You guys made it all the way here. I think you deserve it. After sleeping for some time in the plane, I'm finally stepping on firm ground again. It reminds me of that time I disembarked from a ship to step into the new continent back then. You can already smell it? I highly doubt that. Or maybe not. Yella is also very excited that we have managed to reach this part smoothly. She appears extremely pleased and is even looking around in all directions. I didn't smell it. Are you mistaken? I sniff a few times, and I'm certain I didn't smell it either. I'm a vampire, aren't I? Aren't I supposed to have a keen sense of smell? Isn't that, part of the repertoire? Or maybe you're too greedy. You know what? I'm starting to smell it myself now. I saw it from the TV screen. It wasn't a figment of my imagination. Upon thinking of the Mao Zhu Wang and Malatang we'll be enjoying in the days to come, I can't help smiling and looking up to breathe the air in this new continent deeply. Well, I mean, they're just people, Yella. Just because they're on the other side of the world doesn't mean they're going to be radically different. In most cases. There are no buildings with gold rooftops in the first place. Oh, darn it. No golden rooftops. Could have been rich. I didn't know the story I heard when I was young until I became an adult was so unreliable. Well, I'm sure those two things exist. That's true. We chat with each other while following the group of people to the airport's concourse. However, the crowd suddenly stops when we are near the exit. Something probably not good. They seem to be inspecting identification documents. I crane my neck and see a small passage ahead with a small window at one side. Travelers along that lane are required to hand over their passports through that opening and wait for the person at the other side to return their documents to them before they can pass. Our documents are good, right? The policeman saw our driver's license and he was like, yeah, you know what, you're good to go. They should be fine. Those guys sounded reliable on the phone, the sketchy people. That's the thing it is. Yella looks a bit nervous at the slow-moving group of people in front. It seems they are checking more thoroughly this time. They inspected our documents before we boarded our plane and went off without a hitch. I thought we managed to bluff our way through that part, but I didn't know we would still have to go through another inspection after we landed. Tell me about it. Yes. We are getting closer to that inspection window bit by bit. As the queue continues to move, I'm also beginning to feel nervous. Look for another exit, don't panic. Our stuff is fine. So fine that I'm confident. I'm confident that our stuff is great. Don't worry. We had no problems with our identification documents when we boarded the plane. It's the same now. I reassure Yella and myself at the same time. We'll be fine. It's nothing. I'm sure it's nothing. Yella nods and looks a bit more relaxed. Hello, your passport, please? We reach the head of the queue in no time. Okay. I casually hand over my fake passport through the window. Please wait. The person behind the window begins to read my passport intently, and even looks up to study me from time to time. Is there a problem? I think it is taking longer than the people ahead. More people have gathered behind the window, and all of them are looking at my passport. I have a bad feeling. Sir, please wait at one side. Ah, crap. Then I noticed two police officers nearby are approaching me. Run! If we hang around here, we'll be dead. I quickly pull Yella towards the exit. Damn, turns out it wasn't fine. We have barely stepped foot out of the exit before a net suddenly drops from above, trapping us from within. Before I can possibly react, the net suddenly produces crackling noises. My body becomes numb, my legs turn to jelly, and I collapse on the floor. They got a goddamn electric net! What kind of airport security, NSA, no, TSA, what kind of airport security has electrified nets? Oh, am I dead again? I hear Yella cry out in alarm, but my consciousness gradually fades. After that, Yella and I got imprisoned in separate cells. Not long afterwards, I got brought in for questioning. My interrogator looked a bit like Boss Wang. He asked me, wait a minute, it is Boss Wang! It was an inside job. He asked me why did I come here illegally. When I told him I wanted to eat Mao Zedong, he became angry, and I took quite a beating from him. After a few more days of questioning, my interrogator realized I had no other motive for coming to this country illegally. He even gave me a bowl of fresh Mao Zedong. To me, it felt as if I had obtained a treasure, so I wolfed down the entire bowl of Mao Zedong in less than a minute, stunning all the guards around me. Is that it? we got put to jail. Eventually, Yella and I were released, but we didn't have any proper identification, and our former country refused to accept us. So, we were sent to an uninhabited island in the ocean. They just kicked us to an island? What is wrong with these people? This place doesn't even have a single human structure at all. Yeah, we wouldn't want that. This place doesn't even have any pile of grass at all. We are feeling lost while standing on a piece of rock, and we watch that ship belch white smoke as it heads off to somewhere far away after bringing us here. Did they just kick us off to Australia? What the heck happened? We can use the tree branches here to construct a small hut, though. Alright, yeah, of course. Luckily, I managed to ask for a toolbox from them. The people in the east still have a bit of compassion in them. They took our money! Ah, no. Actually, I don't think that money belongs to us in the first place. Just take it that we never came across that money. Besides, we can't spend them anywhere on this island, even if we brought it along with us. What? What do you see? What is it? Yella suddenly points to a cliff near us excitedly. A few white-colored hairy things are moving about, and they are making belching noises. Bleaching? Those are mountain goats. There are mountain goats here? Oh, we're just going right into it. At least we won't die of hunger. For now. We head towards the cliff after saying it. After some exploration, we found out that the island didn't have anyone living there, but it had plenty of forest and small animals. They would be enough to support us. We gradually got used to life on this island with each passing day. We used the tree branches around here to construct a small shack as a home for ourselves, and even built a deep tunnel stretching underneath the mountain to avoid the lightning from the heavens. Although the amenities were very basic, At least we wouldn't need to live in fear for our lives again every day again. This could be considered an idyllic life for vampires like us, and we would occasionally see ships passing through the waters around this island.
Raylan, 自分で飛んでみない？手を離すわよ。
Oh, we just going back to the whole flying bit. Do I even have wings? Do I even grow? When do I get wings? Do I get them immediately? What? No, I don't have wings yet.
すぐに生えるわよ。
I guess we're just living on an island? Wait a minute. Yella can fly us away. Why are we on an island? Yella, just get us out of here. It wouldn't be that soon either. This small island won't be able to constrain 2 vampires who can fly as long as we are willing to go anywhere we please. Oh, I guess that was us leaving. Also, I guess that's the end of it? I'm pretty sure I made some poor decisions around here, particularly at the end here. I got us arrested, man. But anyway, that was enjoyable. However, there's a little something special about this. End. Yep. There is actually, when I was doing some look-see, there's actually a true ending to this game. You know, one that because apparently there's a second one as well. There's a Vampire Melody 2, which is going to be going, you know, in the back pocket for now. But there's a true ending, which means that there is a continuation from here to there. One that we did not get, unfortunately. But I'm sure with a little ingenuity and a little cheating, we can find. Is this like a? Could this have been the option? How about we exercise some caution here and look around to see if there's another way out? After all, we're carrying fake passports. The people here are quite likely to call the police if they see any problems. It's best not to risk it if there's another way out.
そうね。もし他の出口が見つからなかったら、またここに戻ってきましょう。
Oh, that sounds like a wonderful plan, but let's not come back here. Yella nods and holds my arm. We look like a couple who are suddenly fascinated by the scenery in this distance, and we leave the crowd as we pretend to stroll leisurely to the glass wall at one side. That is our plane? I see an airliner moving slowly at a spot very close to us, and a jet bridge is being extended from the concourse.
そうみたいね。あそこを歩いてきたんだわ。
Ah, the marvels of modern-day technology never cease to amaze us. Yella points to that bridge. That passageway was firmly attached to the plane when we got off, and it should lead outside after the aircraft has moved away. Back. Yella leans on the glass wall and looks at that jet bridge while thinking deeply. Will it be too high if we leave from there? The bridge is about 3 stories high. Normal people will probably die or receive serious injuries if they jump off from there.
高さは問題ないけど、下にいる人たちからどうやって身を隠すの？
May I make a suggestion? You have wings, let us fly out of here? I look in the direction Yella is pointing and observe the area below the bridge for some time. That place has small cars with flashing orange lights passing by occasionally, and a few people are standing in the shade. They seem to be taking a break from their work. It's rather bright now. We should wait until dark and see whether there's an opportunity.
でもずっとここに立ってるのも怪しいんじゃない？
Probably. I survey the concourse. Everyone is walking hurriedly, and very few people are milling around. Hang on a minute. Oh, interesting. Temporary stop point, branch B. The large room also has police patrolling the area. Indeed, we will probably look very suspicious if we keep hanging around here. How about we hide in the restrooms? I point to the small doors into the toilets at the opposite side.
いい考えね。
Is it? We duck inside our corresponding toilets separately. Since we're idle right now, I begin to check the restrooms for exits. Except for the doors separating the toilet cubicles from the restroom, the place has small windows with blinds for ventilation near the ceiling. Those openings are too small. Even a vampire can't possibly shrink to such a small size. I mean, they could if we could turn into actual bats. Unfortunately, we don't have that thing. There are so many flights today. Yeah, it's so tiring. It seems, too, people are talking in the neighboring cubicles. It isn't the holiday season now. What's going on? I hear the people will be under lockdown tonight, so all flights at night are suspended, and they've allowed more morning flights for the time being. Really? How come I didn't receive any notifications about this? Oh, well, just the rank and file staff who are paid to follow instructions. Why would they bother to notify us? Why are they placing it under lockdown all of a sudden? I hear they are going to launch a rocket tonight. Isn't the rocket going to be launched quite a distance away? Why would they need to close the airport? I have no idea. Alright, I'm done. Let's hurry up and go back. Okay. The conversation between two people is over after some flushing sounds, and they leave their separate cubicles. I must admit, a vampire's hearing ability is really useful. I heard everything very clearly. I could gather that all flights at the airport will be temporarily suspended tonight. If there are no flights, all those workers probably won't be on the runway below. We might also be able to act by then. Now, we just need to wait patiently. Yella. I slip across to the neighboring restroom when it's close to nighttime. Call her name softly across the door into the ladies. I believe she would be able to hear me with her abilities as a vampire.
どう？
Oh, we were in separate? Okay, interesting. She comes out in no time, as expected. I look around. There are considerably fewer busy people rushing around, and most of the police on patrol have gathered at the exit compared to this morning. They should be taking their break now, and I think the airport has already entered the so-called lockdown period. Let's hurry over to the jet bridge. From what I know, that place shouldn't have anyone there now.
わかった。
Alright. Yella didn't hesitate at all. We immediately dash towards the nearest bridge while no one is looking. The gods seem to be sympathetic to the hardship we have endured all the while. We are disappearing to see that the entrance into the jet bridge is shut securely, but we discover a small window at one side that is particularly open. Yella kicks that small window open before we climb out the window and land on the deserted stretch of runway below. Where should we go? I endure the pain to clamber to my feet. This place stretches as far as the eye can see, and I'm bewildered for a
そ
while.
こに金網があるのが見える？
Not really, all I see are planes. Chain link fence. I look in the direction Yella's pointing, but I can only see a blurry outline. Can't see clearly, but that fence should be the airport's boundaries.
早く行きましょう。
Well, let's start running. Yella holds my hand, and we run across several planes' undersides. I can't tell the immense size of these planes by sitting inside one or looking at it from a distance, until we run beneath one of these massive things that can rocket to the sky, which is astounding. We are greeted by a long stretch of the chain link fence after we have passed the parked aeroplanes. Beyond that fence, there's grassland, the city skyline at the other end. That place is our future. Oh shit, did we make it? We crossed the fence easily. It probably isn't designed to keep out vampires. Oh, look at her. She's got like that whole... Yay! As we stand on the muddy grass, we look at each other as if we've been given a new life. We're even panting from all that running earlier. We've finally arrived. I can't help but to laugh in triumph. This time, we have finally said goodbye to all that fear and frustration, and we'll begin on our new lives. Does it? I can smell nothing. Yella closes her eyes and takes a deep breath. There are plenty of grass and beautiful flowers everywhere, and the wind is dispersing all that fragrance from these fresh-looking plants in all directions. What is that? What is this? I see a long trail of light streak across the sky, and faint dots of light keep appearing around it. Is it a firework? Please God, let it just be a firework and not lightning. A miracle. I've never seen the sky like this since I was born. It simply looks as if the Mother of Light is drawing a painting on the sky. No, this isn't a miracle. I suddenly remember why oh, it's the rocket! I forgot. I suddenly remember why the airport stopped all flights for tonight. This is the rockets humans are launching. I'm sorry. I saw a freaking like shadow over here, and I was scared for my life. Rocketto. That's right. Right. The airport is quiet tonight because of this. That's why we could escape. And two guys were yapping it in the bathroom earlier. I overheard while hiding in the restroom. Oh, there it goes. Yella watches the streak of light, which gradually becomes dimmer. Then she suddenly smiles. And I guess a miracle that I overheard from the toilets. You know what? I think they're having a little break with us. Like, you know what? You guys made it all the way here. I think you deserve it. The gods certainly aren't evil, but they just don't have any feelings. Use our money to open up a restaurant and have me be head chef. I think that's great. Eat Mao Zhuang? I'm sorry, all that talk earlier and you don't even want to eat that? Then... Yes! We made it, fellas! We made it! She blushes after saying it, as though that divine miracle left a mark on her face before disappearing from the sky. Yella, I suddenly feel hot, as if I just drank a strong alcoholic spirit, and my head is getting flushed with blood rushing there. The miracle should be you. I lean across to her face. Come on. I take in the moisture from her soft lips, and I don't want to let go for a long time. The gods were probably impulsive when I met you. Because he was feeling too bored. That's why he wanted to see how the story would develop when I bumped into you. Well, forever. Right. The long story between me and Yella has only just begun. Hey, okay, hopefully. That's a much better ending than being arrested and then abandoned on an island. I mean, technically we got off the island, but this is much better. We still have our money. Alright. Yeah, I enjoyed this. This was fun. I really liked it. The art, obviously, 100% beautiful, lovely, amazing. The voice acting, also great. You know what? I am a little offended that they only got women to voice the women characters, but none of the men characters. None of them got any voice actors. Why is that? End. Earth and Ether. That's the little achievement thing. However, I feel as though this is not the quote-unquote true ending. There's another achievement for that, which I haven't gotten yet. But yeah, hopefully. I'm gonna try, find that, see what I've done wrong, and I'll be right back.